I just wanted to record a quick thought I had about the self-improvement industry. So a lot of self-improvement stuff like books and online videos. The issue I have with those is that they assume that you're kind of a blank slate and that you're mentally just sound to read and apply and flourish. They don't really take into consideration whether or not you have X, Y, and Z issue, your insecurities, anxiety, stresses, etc., etc., etc. And it's not exactly that they should take those things into consideration, because if they did, then every self-help book would have an enormous preface and disclaimer, I guess, saying about how, if you have anxiety or stress or this issue or that issue, then this book may not be for you at the moment. Because then the books wouldn't really sell. If a book started off saying like, this is only for a person who has X amount of discipline and doesn't have a lot of trauma and is kind of mentally sound and is okay with themselves, then you may proceed to read. But if you are one of these people, then this book might temporarily help you, but then you're going to go back into how you were. That was a nice bird shot flying past. So yeah, that's about it really. There's not really a lot to say more, not really a lot more to say. But yeah, I hope you understand what I mean. Like to say, oh yeah, just be present, or ego is the enemy and just ignore it and continue working, or stuff like that. It doesn't really take into consideration whether the person has a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, whether, if I followed a YouTube video that said the one productivity tip to change your life, and I applied it, and I was being more productive, and I was getting more stuff done, then I believe that this would only be completely temporary. I believe that I'd be productive, insofar as I have the capacity to be productive, and that capacity will be kind of marred by my kind of not marred. It'd be kind of be allayed or decreased of a lesser amount. The capacity I have to be productive due to my inner conflicts and insecurities and anxieties and just my life situation at the present moment, and then also just the nature of who I am as a person. Those things massively affect my productivity. So I might apply this tip and I might be like, wow, this is working, and then over time I build up stress, and then there's a lot of self-expectation, and then bang, it just stops working, and I have absolutely no desire to do that thing that I was hitherto working on, and that one productivity tip just ceases to be of any value for me at that time then. So I feel that's just important to keep in mind when reading a productivity book or anything like that, a self-help book. Like if you're reading, meditations, or I don't fucking know. That's not self-help, particularly. But if you read whatever, then it's like, okay, yeah, that might help you, but maybe at this time you've got other issues or other insecurities or whatever. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that you're not even aware of, that is impeding your ability to follow that resource. I think I've made my point. There's no point me rambling on anymore, as I'm quite good at doing, so I'll stop that here.